Right? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Halam Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Arachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, and the shut of us first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahawashi, he is the deliverer, because he come and deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Micah Allah Ben Gab Ben Yashavala, the Church of Philadelphia camp, here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once again, come back at you with another one. And as the title says, you got to bear each other's burdens like Yahawashi bears ours. All right. And the reason for this lesson is a brother reached out to me, the other night after I didn't finish the lesson, and we got to talking and everything. I called the brother. We ended up talking for a couple hours. And the brother, he was going through some things. I'm not going to put his business out there, but I remember at the end of the conversation, he was like, man, he was like the water for the talk. He said, because, we bear each other's burdens. He's like, he said it doesn't always have to be financial, and that's the truth. When brothers hear that, we got bear each other's burdens financially. No, financially, spiritually, if you have it financially, because everybody doesn't have it like that. But, sometimes all the brother just want to do is just have a conversation with you, hear you talk, listen to him, so you can get things off their chest, That's bearing a burden. What we do when we complain to the Lord, he's hearing it. He's bearing our burdens, man. Because we complain to him. So let's go here, because you got to call out to the Heavenly Father. That's who we pray to, Yahweh Hashem outside, for all things and one of all things, all right? So you have to call out, for the Lord. Okay, so let's go to Galatians chapter 6. It's Galatians chapter 6, starting at verse 1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in fault, ye which are spiritual restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. And that's right, man. That's bearing another brother's burden, because he gets overwhelmed sometimes, so you gotta do things of meekness, tender, caring, man, just like, which is what? A characteristic of the elect, The Lord's willing be a part of the number, but you have to consider yourself, because we once were in certain situations when brothers had to speak to us, calm us down, get us out of that situation, and like I said, a lot of things are not financial, man. It's spiritual, that's why this is a spiritual thing, because what we going to do when the money shuts down? You have to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, Hashem Arachakwadash. Like I said, bearing another person's burden is not always financial. It's spiritual. Like I said, people want to hear you, not even just hear you talk, man. Maybe they just want to talk to you. Get some, like I said, get it off their chest. All right. But let's read that again. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. It says, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach. So now, what did Yahawashi do when he came here? Was he spending money on people, getting them this? No, he was bearing your burden. He was preparing you, teaching you, how to deal with certain spirits, if you will, spiritual elements. All right. And the apostles, they got that same power, and the elect got that same power, and it starts with you gotta be bearing, man. You gotta bear it. Just listen. You want the Lord to listen to you. This is all a part of the work, man, and it's different parts of the work. All right, a lot of different aspects to this truth, man. Some men just think it's just one sided, one this, one that. No, man. Of course, it does tell you charity covers a multitude of sins. So if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. You know, like I know a dude here in Philadelphia. He's an Israelite, but he doesn't know it. So I say he's in that Gentile state of mind. But one thing he told me, he said that a man was giving him a ride home every night, every single night. Then they asked for any money from him or anything like that. He said one night that the brother, he said you know he needed gas, but the brother ain't had the money. He said he had his last $10 in his pocket. He said he gave the money to the man. And I was like, why you do that? He said, because, man, that money comes and goes. He said, and look how many times that man drove me back home from work and everything. I said, damn, that was righteous, man. And that's how we got to be. Just like the woman, she gave her last. Like I said, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. But you could always be there, to listen. Some brothers, that was homeless, man, you would sit outside with them, you know, taking on that burden with them. You can't invite everybody to your house, man. So you want to sit outside with them, whatever. So be it. However the spirit moves you, But that's all a part of bearing another brother's burdens, man. All right. It says, "For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself." And that's right. We look at ourselves as being nothing, man. We're just dust. The Lord knows that we're just dust. But it's about our spirit. But you got dudes out here boasting and they want to bear your burden if even if it was financial and they had it, they want to give it to you. Put it like that. They don't even want to hear about your burdens. They rather turn a blind eye to you, be around people that are in a certain how would you say in a certain class of society, so to speak. Even amongst Israel, they want to be around men as well known and all this and that. But when those men, they look at themselves like, I'm just a man. I'm just doing the work. That's the humble, meek way to do it. All right. But it says, verse 4, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden. You see that? For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. All right. It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. All right. Hey, Shalom, bro. Yahawashi Shabbat, brother, man. You lied my side. And it says the Lord shall not be mocked. So the reward that you have coming to you for all the hell that we're catching. Yahawashi called it, and that's why Yahawashi came here, to bear our burdens too. And he also left us with what? His words. That's the comforter. So when we're going through things, all right. Like I said, it's not always about finances, man. It's just a lot of ways to bear brother's burdens. Like I said, me and the brother had a conversation, and a lot of times it's like that's therapeutic, man. Like a counselor or something. You listening. It's like you cry out to the Lord, you crying to him, he's listening. He knows. That's why, prophecies come. Things get moved around for his men, And the women and children, I believe. All right. But it says, verse 8, it says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth for the spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting life. So this is a spiritual thing, man. You want to sow things to your flesh, you're going to reap corruption, which is death and destruction. You're going to die right here. But you're reaping onto your spirit by what? Bearing the brother's burdens, taking your hits, your licks, and everything that you're going through is supposed to make you stronger. Look at all the reincarnations of Yahawashi, all right, until he made it to the end, to his last lap, was when he came around just as Yahawashi over 2,000 years ago, and he gave up the ghost on that cross, and now he defeated death. So he got all things, So he went through a lot of things to get there, the same way that we want to go through it. And the ultimate goal is what? To be like Yahawashi, all right? And he's the best that ever done it, but you got an example like that. He said his burden is light. All right, well, let's keep going. It says, verse 9, back in Galatians 6 and 9, it says, and let us not be weary in well doing. You see that? Don't be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. All right, so you're always supposed to do good. You do what's right, okay? If you got something extra, like the apostles always say, once their bills and everything is paid and they got extra left over, they distribute it wisely amongst who needs it, And that's an example for us to go by, Some men give their last everybody's spirit is different. Like I said, there's all type of ways to bear your brother's burdens, all right? And it's not always financial, all right? So when you hear bearing your brother's burdens, you go through it with him, man. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which they were called in Babylon. But Yahawashi bared their burden with them when they got in that fire. Yahawashi was right there. Just like he sent an angel for Daniel when he was in the lion's den. And he said Habakkuk to feed him. That was bearing his burden, man. He was there with him. All right, so all you got to do is just be there for your brothers, man. However it fits. Brother call you 2 a.m, you might be tired, whatever. You don't know what's going on with the brother. So you pick up your phone and you speak to him, But it says, verse 10, it says, as we have through therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, all right, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. And that's right. That's the ones you especially do right by, man. All right, the ones of the household of faith. Okay, because you never know who they are. That's why it tells you to do right by all men. The scriptures tell you, if it be it our soul, live peaceably among all men. And that's what we practice here, man. Because like I said, you don't know who is who, and you want to get out of here. Because the Lord can send an angel and be like, yo, look, man, go test this guy. See what he's going to do, And you feel that test. That's why be peaceable, man. You got that charity, that ear to listen. Those are gifts from Yahawashi outside by Shemar Chapadas. Let's go ahead to 1 Timothy 5 and verse 8. It says, matter of fact, let's go here. 5 and 9. We're gonna start at verse 7. It says, in these things give in charge, that they may be blameless. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own household, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So if you're not providing for the ones that live under your roof, all right, you're worse than an infidel, man. All right, you deny the faith because we have to be men, so you have to provide, And now it's coming down to the time, like a lot of brothers is on child support. Some get caught behind, and they're paying for a child that's supposed to be under their roof, that's living under another under a woman's roof. She got another man in there, collecting your money and everything, man. And these people, they love it here in Babylon. This place is confusing. This place sucks, But in the righteous world, those children will be here with us, and we would take perfect care of them. Every man wants to take care of their children when they have them. But the woman, she tries to make it so difficult, and everybody wants to, oh, he's a deadbeat. Well, it's deadbeat mothers. A mother that just collects child support and don't want the father to see their son, they're deadbeats, man. You got to go back and forth to court for this BS, But, that's why we bear each other's burdens, like through brothers, man. Like we talk about it. Brothers, man, I'm telling you, brothers be going through it, man. You never know what the brother's going through. Until you sit down and talk to him. Just because the people make assumptions, Oh, that brother looks like he's doing well. Well, the Lord got him carrying it well. All right, He got him carrying it well. Just like Yahawashi said, like when you fast, shine up your face with oil, shine up your lips with oil, and tell no man that you're fasting. Don't even look like you're hungry. The Lord reward you openly. But like I said, it does get hard sometimes. We all need each other. We're all we got. Besides the word, which is the most important thing, and the main most important thing is the names of the Father and the Son, man. All right, which is Yahweh and Yahawashi. You got that, you got everything. All right, you got those names, you have everything. You're well equipped, and all you have to do is call on those names. All right, in any situation, that's what he tells us to do. Okay, so this is Luke chapter 10. We're going to start at verse 30. All right, it says, and this is Yahawashi speaking. All right, we're going to go to 30 to 37. Hear the words of Yahawashi because they're written in red. It says, and Yahawashi answering said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment and wounded him and departed, leaving him half dead. And by chance, there came down a certain priest that way. And when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So the priest ain't even care, man. These thieves came and robbed this guy, beat him damn near to death, and took his arraignment. But then you got a priest that's supposed to be a righteous man come and he walked right over you too. He did the Allen Iverson over to Ron Lou. Here we go again. Salaka, y'all. Just keep it just freaking chrome bull crap. Well, anyway, he did the AI to him, like he did the Teron Lou when the Sixers played the Lakers. He just walked right over him. This is supposed to be a priest, right? And he went on the other side. It says verse 32. Back in Luke, St. Luke chapter 10, verse 32, it says, and likewise a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side. So that's another priest. The Levites were priests. All right, it says, but a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him. All right, you can have compassion on people. Why? How you have compassion? Because that's like being empathetic to them, because you've been through something like them, and the Lord will put you through situations so you be able to talk to a brother when they're going through those situations. Like I know an elder man with men in his camp. When they came and they was homeless, he would sit outside with them all night. And teach him, because he was homeless before. I ain't gonna say his name, but I know that's the man that talked to me about this word, it's truth. So he stood out there with him all night, man, and just supped with him, man. That's bearing the brother's burdens, because you don't got to do that. Just like these people walked over this man. All right, but the Samaritan, it says, but a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him, and went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own breast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. All right, so he was bearing his burden. The man got robbed, beaten half to death, left for dead, and two priests walked past him. But this guy, who probably would look at as a nobody, they call him Samaritan, but the things he did is of an Israelite. Having compassion. Esau, they ain't gonna do that. Even our own people, they don't have compassion. But this one man had compassion. So the Lord gonna have that same compassion on him. Check it out. Verse 35, it says, and on the morrow, when he departed, he took out two pence and gave them to the host, and said unto him, take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. You see that? So this man had money, and he gave it. It's like whatever, just take care of this man, make sure that he's okay, because he had it to do so. All right, he ain't know this man from a can of paint, but he had compassion on him. And you don't know who that man was that got beat like that, But the Lord had these things happen for a reason. So this man he could get his his blessing, so to speak, And he's storing up his treasures in heaven, because he's doing things like that. All right. But it says, verse 36, it says, which now of these Salaki, which now do these three think? Thinkest thou was neighbor unto him that fell among thieves. All right. Salaki, this keeps busting out. Hold on. It's freaking Chrome. It says, and he said, he that shewed mercy on him. Then said Yahawashi to him, go and do thou likewise. You see that? Go and thou do likewise. All right, because you never know who that man was. So you're supposed to be brotherly. And that's actually a characteristics of the elect right there. To be brotherly like that, show mercy and compassion, to a complete stranger. And the Lord sees those things. So he'll reward you. And that's why I said, go and do thou likewise. All right, so that's the mindset you're supposed to have. If you have it, whatever. You have that compassion on your brother, you do that. That you help him, man, to the best of your ability. If you don't have it, you just let him know and y'all can pray, whatever, talk about it, whatever. Like I said, there's all types of work in the game, but some people just think it's just financial. It's not always financial, man. He bounded up his wounds. It's just plenty of ways, man. But this man had it like that. So he bounded up his wounds. He took him to an end. He made sure he was straight, and he did that to the best of his ability. So you do it to the best of your ability, whatever the Lord gave you. Okay? So let's go here to Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. All right. Okay, spirit. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. All right, so what's laden? It's like heavy burden, man. All right, check it out. It says, take my yoke upon you. This is what Yahawashi said. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. All right, let's read that last part again. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So that's Yahawashi tell you, man, listen, my burden is easy. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. And look, that man, he got up on the cross and gave up his ghost, man, for us. All right, so you think he wasn't bearing our burdens? And every time, because King David said it, he said, if I go into heaven, you were there. If I came down to hell, in the pits of hell, you were there. So that's the Lord bearing our burden to the 10th power, to the T, man. So why won't you bear your own brother's burdens or your sister's burdens? Talk to the Aquaf, man, the ones that's sincere anyway, and it's a very small remnant compared to the women on the planet. That's a very small remnant to have a spirit like that. To really listen and be humble, all right, and be patient, all right. Because that's what this thing's about, patience. The Lord is building. Because like I said, what are you going to do in Jacob's trouble? All right, all of us are going to be, on the run, man, running for our lives, man. All right, just want to take that strong faith, and that Yahawashi is going to be there with you, man. All right, so this is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 20. It says, for ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's. All right, let's read that again. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glory in the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's. All right, so we're bought with a price. So this is the way we're supposed to conduct ourselves. When people look at that as a weakness, he's helping this person out, he's this and this and that. No, man, we're supposed to do that. And do it freely. You don't be stingy with it. If you have it, you give it. And even your time is money too. That's precious. So you got to consider all those things. All right, they pay you for your time to go to work, don't they? So this is the ultimate job. This is the ultimate work right here, doing the work of Yahawashi. That's the greatest job on the planet. All right, and that's the job you're supposed to treat with compassion and professionally at all times, man. You know, of course, sometimes we get angry, curse these people out and all that. But, you know, that's the vexation of Babylon, you know? Hold on. They keep hitting my. Eventually, they're going to try to shut it off because they doing it too much. But it's cool. Only got a couple more scriptures. I'm going to get out of here. So we're going to go to 1 Corinthians 7, jump down to 23, which says the same thing. Ye are bought with a price. Be ye the servants of men. You see that? Ye are bought with a price. Be a price. Be not ye the servants of men. All right, meaning be the servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arachakwadas, because he's the one that, you know, that chose us from the beginning. Yahweh did it. All right, the elect. You know, and he gave the men, there was 144,000 men who he gave them to, Yahawashi. All right, so this is the last scripture I'm going to bring out. Lord's willing, this is edifying. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 12. There we go. Matter of fact, I'm going to read 11 too. It says, if ye then being evil, Matthew chapter 7, verse 10, 11, Salakia. If ye then being evil, forgive me. If ye then being evil know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to you? So I could give good things to them that ask him. All right? You gotta ask for what you want in his word. Verse 30, verse 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would then, Salaki, ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law of the prophets. You know, this is the law of the prophets, man. So what do? You like, if you got it, you give it, man. That's the law of the prophets, man. And being humble and bearing each other's burdens, man. All right. That's a commandment, man. You gotta bear each other's burdens, man. You know, showing that love. That's why trying to find this one. But Yahawashi, he told Peter, I think he said it 3 times to him. He said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes. He said, feed my sheep. You know, he asked him 2 more times, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes, Father. He said, feed my sheep. He said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes. He said, feed my sheep. You know, and that's love, that's bearing a burden, because actually these lessons can, you know, with the YouTube and everything, and you hopping on here, going live and all that, you don't never know who's watching and who needs to hear it. That's why this is a spiritual thing. And the Lord moves like that. All right. So Lord's willing, you know, this is edifying and made sense. And don't forget that this is what it said, a law of the prophets, man. You know, to bear each other's burdens and have your brother's back, whether it be spiritually, physically, financially, however. If you're equipped with all those things, so be it. If you're not, use what the Lord gave you to the best of your ability. All right, so with that, I hope this was edifying. Got something out of it. So the next lesson, I'm going to say Mawafa Baba Ball and Kwam Yasharala. And I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Arachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, to us his truth. Honors and citations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshai, they shall rise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. Son's name is Yahawashi, is a deliverer. So the next lesson, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.